you got to realize that you have the capabilities for interdimensional travel within you. It's a lot easier if you do it as a group. The outline that's given in the Revelation is for a craft of interdimensional capability. And by interdimensional, that means time travel, interspatial, interstellar, the whole 9 yards. That recent movie Interstellar said a lot. There's other things about it too. It doesn't go all the way. It doesn't cover all the bases. But when you share by spirit with other people, and that sharing is strong enough and powerful enough, it can shape reality. And bend spoons too. That's a little facetious, wasn't it? Anyway, it's not a question of what so much is actually happening as your ability to perceive what is actually happening. And your perceptions of what goes on around you are shaped by your beliefs. But when you have enough people together and change the belief structure by the spiritual sharing, you can change the definition of what reality is in many ways. We've been fed a bill of goods here. I mean, look at what they're doing with these immunizations and all like that. I just read in the paper where Bill Gates has a warrant or something for them in India, where all their vaccinations were proven to be poisoned or something. I don't know the full story. I'd have to go back and read it. But this kind of crap's coming out all the time. And the people with Planned Parenthood and all that, you're talking about really goes back to the eugenics programs of the 20s and 30s that existed in this country that laid the pattern and the foundation for what Hitler did in the concentration camps, for genetic improvement of the species, get rid of all the undesirables, anybody that has any kind of birth defect or anything like that. Well, it doesn't always work like that. I mean, look at the amount of people that are geniuses that cannot live normal lives. Look at the disease that affected Stephen Hawking, one of the world's most renowned physicists, and other people that have had problems like that have contributed enormously to the advancement of culture, society, the thinking and the consciousness and the understanding of mankind. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryan Superman. In fact, they've done more harm than good.
We'll get into that a little bit more, how they use the illusion of race to create that illusion of separation, to divide people. Because it seems like it's at academic levels, in my opinion, right now, in politics, in communities, in the United States, outside of the United States. It seems that lately, especially the last few years and last few months, there's been this obsession with race, and coming out of the media especially.
Well, as far as humanity goes, there is only one race, and that is mankind. The genetic differences amongst all the people of the population, whether you're so-called Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, it doesn't matter. There's something like less than 0.4% variance in the genetic code. And I haven't kept up with the research and the figures on that, but it's generally accepted that there's less than 1% difference. There's only one race. We make divisions, and the people that are running the show, they like to see these divisions among people for whatever purpose, whether it's along the lines of race, religion, or whatever. Divide and rule. As long as they keep us separated, keep us from uniting, keep us from becoming as one, they maintain control. And where does that come in before? They keep us from uniting, they keep us from becoming as one. Behold, man has become as one. What thing soever he desires, that thing he has. Let us go down then and confound his speech. Well, that caused all this disruptions and all these divisions, and mankind lost his way. Well, when it says Satan is the architect of confusion, and then you don't think about who was it that came down and confounded the tongues of men, the language, confounded the minds. Well, if they confound it, he creates confusion. So if he's the architect of confusion, that's where that comes from.
How are some of the ways that our modern world might mirror Babylon?
The ways that our modern world is like Babylon?
Or mirrors it, or is like it? Yeah.
Okay, well, first off, you got the religious structures, the Trinity Godhead. That comes from Babylon, and originally it was the king, queen, and the crown prince that was going to assume authority. By the time it got to the Council of Nicaea, it became the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Anybody that knows the nature of the true God of Israel, which you're not even supposed to pronounce the letters that taken in English is YH, VH. You cannot pronounce that name with your mouth. It's a statement of shared being and shared existence. It is a sharing of life. It doesn't have, and it might only take place, it might only take 1 or 2 seconds for the whole thing to materialize. When it does, it's something that is put together or knitted together by the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of the Earth Mother. And if you can't recognize the Spirit of the Earth Mother, hey, you're rejecting your own mom. What can I say? So, did I answer that one good?